Black student found hanging from a tree at Delta University in Mississippi. More after this. Hello everyone and welcome back to AFG's Point of View, where I give you my analysis on the most popular topics in the world today. Today's video, we have a black student out in Delta State University found hanging from a tree. Before I dive into the details of the video, if you're new here, welcome. Welcome to AFG's Point of View. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well. Bring more awesome, loving, and wonderful people over. Similar to yourself. I'm on number of subscribers. Thanks for coming back. I'm diving in. Demartravian Trey Reed, a 21-year-old black student, was found hanging from a tree at Delta State University in Mississippi on September the 15th. Law enforcement initially stated there was no foul play, but have not yet provided evidence or an autopsy report. Now, the university's police chief mentioned no visible signs of assault, and the coroner's office confirmed no injuries consistent with an attack. Reed's cousin, his cousin is urging people to investigate the death further, and the university has canceled centennial events as a result. Okay. First and foremost, we have a young black man, Demartravian Reed, found hanging at approximately 7 a.m. near the university's pickleball court at the center of the university's campus. How do I feel about that? Well, I don't like it. It's not a good look for the whole scenario. You know, you in Mississippi, young black guy hanging from a tree. It's kind of like how things were, back in the slave days, and back when the Klan was heavily populated. You know what I mean? That was one of those movements. I'm sure they're still around today, but a lot of those guys was kind of going through one of their trucks and getting young black guys, just, beating them up and hanging them on a tree. You know what I mean? And, for what reason? I guess for simple joy for them or whatever. But for us, they're terrorizing us because you just don't like us for whatever reason you don't like us. But this situation seems on the surface funny, and not funny in a laughing manner. Funny meaning, not copacetic, not on the up and up. You know what I'm saying? So now, of course, his cousin said, that, he's sounding the alarm and suggesting foul play, right? He's telling us to keep our eyes open. You know what I'm saying? And he wants us to spread the story. So I'm doing my part to spread the story, because it should be some sort of clarity as to what's going on. You say no foul play, but why would anyone want to get up on a tree and hang themselves? And then if there's no chair, no nothing around, how did he do it, right? So he didn't have to have physical body, injuries for it to be foul play. Somebody could have put a gun to his head and said, "I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna kill you." He could have been traumatized and all types of stuff. He put the rope around his neck, and he probably just complied with him, hoping that maybe he could just survive this and, get it, do this and do that, or whatever the case may be. And it didn't happen. You know what I mean? So basically, his cousin wants you to essentially do your research on this topic. Feel free to go out here and, do some digging. Of course, I'll do some digging, but this case is still ongoing. It's not a lot of evidence. It's not a lot going on. Just on the surface, it just looks like he was just hanging from a tree. Now, you're not going to just be hanging from a tree, first of all, okay? And secondly, you in Mississippi. It just don't even sound right to me. That just don't sound right to me at all. You know what I'm saying? As a black man, this is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So now, obviously, the commissioner, the school president came out and said he wanted to confirm that this is a safe campus, right? Although you got a student over there by the pickleball court hanging from a tree. But they came out and said it's a safe campus, right? Because they don't want the tarnish on their university. They don't want to lose, black students coming out to that school. You know what I mean? There might be an influx of black kids coming in from high school, just from being out of school for maybe a year or two, you know what I'm saying? And just may want to just transfer over. We got to understand that. I know it's college, but you got to understand this. College is big business. It's all a business, okay? It's all about making this, okay? Yeah, we'll give you the education, but we all about making that almighty dollar, you know what I'm saying? And we'll accept anything and everything, you know what I'm saying? If you got good credit, come on in. We'll take all that money, you know what I mean? But you also learn something in the process. So if you do what you need to do while you're there, then you can actually be granted obviously a degree, and then that's just basically someone telling them, hey, look, he learned all this stuff, he did what he was supposed to do, he or she did what she's supposed to do, and they okay, they cool, they got everything, so now you can do what you need to do. And that's basically the not necessarily the American dream, but that's the American dream that was given to us, as kids. So I think the American dream is actually having your own business and being able to be able to flourish and do what you need to do. But that's another story for another day. Now, the school was actually supposed to be celebrating their centennial, their centennial for I don't know for how many years, but because of this, they had to cancel it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not time for you to be running around celebrating, doing this, doing that. Maybe next year you can do a centennial, but until they find out what's going on with this dude, Trey, unfortunately, all bets is off. We ain't celebrating. We ain't doing nothing. You need to find out what's going on with my cousin. We all need cousins like Young 333. Okay, that's his name on TikTok. All right. So if you want to go follow him, I'll put the link in the description. And if I can find the video, I'll actually put a link in the description also for the video, so that way you can go on over to TikTok and see the video and see what's going on with it. But yeah, man, this situation right here is foul and it ain't good. So I'm hoping that we can get some sort of clarity and what's going on with this young man. It was another young man about to graduate. You know what I'm saying? 21 years old, you about to graduate. You should have been a senior in college. Coming out to the working world, you know what I'm saying? And now you end up found, dead. Now, we don't know if he got involved with some fishy people, some foul people, you know what I'm saying? So it could have been that situation as well. He could have been out with the wrong dudes. So who knows, you know what I'm saying? He could have got jumped. Who knows? Who knows what happened, you know what I'm saying? I'm reporting on this basically because Young 333, we stand with you, and we hope that you can find some sort of clarity on this story right here, because no man should be found hung from a tree in 2025. That is totally uncalled for and not necessary. Okay? I mean, I thought we moved past all that, but clearly we haven't. In the state of the country the way it is now, it's not a good look. But yeah, I brought you guys that, because another thing I wanted to mention was I brought you guys this story because also after the Charlie Kirk killing, a lot of black colleges were cited, and they were receiving threats. And the whole gist behind all that was, the black community really didn't stand with Charlie Kirk because of some of the inflammatory comments that he made. So, needless to say, he didn't really get a lot of sympathy, from, black folks. So they obviously wanted to come out. You got a couple that's going, he was a great guy. He was this, he was that, you know what I'm saying? That dude. But overall, it was like, I didn't agree with nothing that he said. Should he have died? Absolutely not. I do not condone someone getting killed because of their views. Whether I agree with you or I don't agree with you, you know what I mean? That's why we have opinions, okay? That's why we had the freedom of speech. That's why we can, pick what we want to pick and kind of go in the direction that we want to go in. Because that's our truth, you know what I'm saying? My truth may not be your truth, you know what I'm saying? So, we all individuals out here in the world, and, you pick what you want and how you want it. But my thing is, whatever you pick, you should not be belittling anyone else that goes against you, okay? You should do no bodily harm to someone that's going against you. You should not be threatening people that's going against you, no matter what the situation calls for, you know what I'm saying? So, unfortunately, he lost his life. He had a child. He had a family too as well. So, hopefully everything works out for them. But, it's unfortunate. Like I said, I don't condone with none of the races. I don't roll with none of them. I don't believe in none of them. I don't like none of them. But I'm not going to make a big stink, or I'm not going to run out here and be all loud and boisterous about, what's going on. I mean, this is my opinion. This is what I think, you know what I'm saying? Because I think this way or I think that way, now I got to lose my life because the way I think, because the way I'm saying some stuff and the way I believe. I mean, look, everybody got a motive of what they were trying to get to, their bottom line. And at the end of the day, if that's your motive, how you want to get to that point, and you can get to that point without hurting people, great. But if you feel like you need to hurt somebody, take people out, then you definitely on the wrong path, and you need to just stop right where you at, because it's not necessary. No one should ever die for their thoughts, their political beliefs, their religious beliefs, or anything like that, okay? We all, listen, let me explain something to you. I ain't got a heaven nor a hell to put anybody in. So I can't go around here killing people because I didn't make you, okay? So let's all stick together. Let's work together. Let's bring, each other together. I mean, I may not agree with what you say, but you can still be my friend. You see what I'm saying? We just have differences of opinions. You know what I mean? So, but with that being said, if you like what you've heard, please don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the like button as well to bring more awesome, loving, and wonderful people over. Similar to yourself. All my normal subscribers, thanks for coming back. All my new subscribers, welcome. Welcome to AG's Point of View. Do me a huge favor. Hit that like button. Smash that like button. It'll be more awesome, loving, and wonderful people over. People just like yourself. Come visit me on my Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube Shorts, Facebook. Go give me a follow, go give me a like. Hit the merch store. And, I appreciate it. Let's run these likes up on this video. I know a lot of you guys watch, but a lot of you guys don't hit the like button. Please hit the like button. It helps me out tremendously. But with all that being said, I love every single one of y'all. I thank y'all for coming out, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Go get it, I gotta get to the scene, I gotta get to the bag now. I can't be chasing on these. They getting, they feeling and dragged down. That's why they just crash out. Stuck in the cell and this man down. Life getting gone in a flash now. Fitting in, I'ma stand out. I done seen these crash out. They some baby boys, I'm the man now. They was questioning, make them fans now.